Good evening, Cosmic Explorers, and welcome to Friday night, the best night of the week. I am your co-creator, Hillis Pugh, along with.
Rebecka Gregory here. Happy Friday night here for our Cosmic Insight Cosmic Tune Up. So, thank you so much for joining us now or in the future because you could do that too. So, we appreciate you listening to us and joining us. So, how's your week been, Ellis?
You know, my week has been good. I've been in a space of transition and just allow myself to be the recipient of much needed lessons. Whether if I was the catalyst for others or if I was the one receiving the lessons. And so it's
Mhm.
been really in this space of high appreciation and in the space of ebb and flow. And so, yeah, and even got some new crystal buddies. And so, yeah, I'm happy about that. What about you? How's your week been?
Yeah, I've been busy this week. Um, Busy study. I've been on adventures this week. I have been guided to I don't know if a lot of you know, I do a lot of grid work and a lot of clearing with land and things like that. So I don't really talk about it a lot. However, this week I am here in Florida in St. Augustine, Jacksonville area, where is kind of like the beginning of everything that started in the United States. And for those of you who follow astrology, which I'm not a big astrologer, I just kind of pick up on things. And I'm going to say hi to everyone out there. The Pluto return, when the Pluto return is coming on the 2222 portal, which in terms of this return hasn't happened in 248 years. So since the time of 1776, when everything kind of started in the United States and everything was coming to a head. And so this is a huge pivotal moment for the United States moving into Capricorn. Look, I'm trying to be an astrologer here. Moving into
You're doing
Capricorn.
pretty good.
It's ending in the Pluto ending in Capricorn, and the Capricorn energy is all about moving into which spread out to the world. Now the Pluto, it's all about rebirth, death, and regeneration. So
Transformation.
transformation. Yes, thank you. So tonight, so I have been directed to move out a lot of energy, which I've been doing this work for many years now, actually preparing. I feel for this like pivotal moment because it's like hold on to your hats, people. Seriously, this is like, especially everyone living in the United States, this is a pivotal moment in the history of transformation with the
Yeah.
banking and everything. And I don't want to get into all that because I don't like to get into that. However, it's here, it's time. So I have been this week doing a few little, got jaunted up to Kingsley Plantation and up in Fernandina Beach and clearing all this stuff there. And it was just some amazing things happened. And then the other day I'm down in St. Augustine where, everything happened. That's where the first everything was around everything, with the Indians and the people that landed there, the first Catholic church, Catholic mass and was there. So like, it was just the hoopla of everything in the United States all started there. So that's kind of been my journey this week and just clearing and going to different areas and unweaving so we can move all this energy out and just this feeling of this newness of stepping into the old wisdom that we've all had to learn from that in this space of, you know, um, it's time for
Yeah,
everyone
it
to
is.
birth themselves in that newness. And so it's just like you've got to start feeling it. It's a thickness. It's just this yummy, like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but it's there. It's like on the right hand side, but it's right now we got to move through it. So I wanted to share two things tonight. And I want to thank everyone for joining. So if everybody knows me, I always follow this book, The 13 Clan Mothers. And
But
tonight,
wait, before you begin, I just
what?
want to acknowledge what Mickey said.
Oh, okay. I'm just ranting on.
Mickey, Manchester, I believe y'all tuned me up last Friday because this week has been a lot of accomplishments. Thank you for both of your assistance.
Thank you for opening. Now, Mickey, I'm going to thank you for opening to receive the energy that was put through the line through our show, because that's what it's all about, opening to receive. So thank you for sharing that. So much appreciation.
And thank you, Mickey, for being a participant on the show, for watching, and for those that are now in this space of supporting us by sharing our show, by telling your friends about us, and just lifting up the vibration. And just real quick before Rebecca begins, I just want to say thank you to those who constantly donate to us, those who support our show in monetary and with their energy, because it helps us keep the show going, keep it moving. And just a quick announcement also that I'm working on a couple of projects, a new weekly show that's going to be airing on a new platform, and a new men's show that's going to be starting sometime in the next month to help support the sacred masculine. And Rebecca, I know, has a whole bunch of stuff that she's doing right now. And so, Rebecca, what are you doing? And then go right into the reading tonight.
Well, right now I'm doing my little grid work.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of energy. However, moving into, I've been working on my book and moving into my painting classes. I'm gonna start doing is some, just moving into a lot of other things. And that's been something I've been working around too. It's how I want to show up now and what I want to do, and also doing readings again. And you know, um, yeah, just moving into a lot of new energies. So just don't know where it's
Hey,
all going to settle yet. What? Did I
I
forget
just realized
something?
that we are almost matching tonight.
Oh, we are, aren't we?
Yeah,
We're
we are.
mirroring matching.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, all right.
Awesome. You're funny. Okay, now back to my soapbox.
Yes.
Round two. I was
Yes.
on a roll, Hillis.
I'm sorry, but I saw making. I just wanted to pause it, and because
It's
that
okay.
just, you know,
It's all about going with the flow.
yeah.
Course correct, redirect, keep on going. So, anyhow, back to the book. So I follow this book a lot. I read it a lot. I go back to it. It's just a fabulous book if you don't have it. The 13 Original Clan Mothers by Jamie Sams. So it goes through the moon cycles of all the 13 clan members. We won't go into that, but I just wanted to read the poem so this month is the Wisdom Keeper for the second moon cycle. And it's just so prevalent right now of being in that sacred space of letting go of point of views of people and just holding people in that space of sacredness with no judgment. So I wanted to read this poem, and then I have something else I want to read. So I'm reading tonight, everyone. So here it is. O keeper of ancient knowledge, knowing, whisper your wisdom to me, that I may also remember life's sacred mystery, the stories of the grandmothers, brave deeds great and small, the progress of the faithful who answers our mother's call, the cycles and the seasons that mark our every change, the rebirth of our visions, the spirit we have reclaimed. Here, truth is the victor of the war that dwells within, bringing every human heart to celebration in the end.
Mm.
And that's exactly where we are, everyone. We're at the end of a cycle to move into a beautiful new cycle that we need to celebrate the newness coming in and also hold witness to where we've been and not allow the stories to keep us wrapped up anymore, but hold witness to them, because that has been part of our journey here. But now it's time to really dig and move forward and be able to hold on to the magic and step into the magic and the grace and the infinite possibilities that we are able to create now more than ever as this whole energy shift is about to seriously happen. So, in saying that, one more thing, and then we can
Yes.
move on. Thank you for allowing me to have the floor tonight a little bit tonight, Hillis. So
Well, it's only fair because I've been running off at the mouth the past few weeks. So hey.
I love to say my mouth of runneth over. So, but anyhow, so one of the things I do when I do sessions with people a lot of times, I get these downloads of these little poems or saying that, and I had one sitting here. There's just here I did for a person I was working with. So, and it was sitting here and it was just like what it was about I needed to share tonight, just because it's all about what is happening. So here it is. The light that shone before is no more, for a newness of thee will be. Cast to unfold and open to all that no longer is to be. Embrace the change within with no further of judgment of what was, and open to explore what is. The old is cast out. Now, what do you wish to create?
Hmm.
And that's
Yeah.
exactly what is happening.
Yeah. There it is right there. I
It's
mean,
simple. We make it difficult
yeah, and you know why we make it difficult?
because we're here for human school.
Yeah, and the same drum I've been beating for the past month. The whole thing about attachments and how we
Hmm.
suffer through the letting go of attachments. And I think this show has been therapy for me lately. I really do because
Therapy for everyone. That's why we do it.
this is true. Um, because
Expansion, not therapy. We don't need therapy. We just need expansion and remembrance
and the understanding
and
of the
understand.
yes, understanding, expansion, and remembering. Yeah, that's the trinity right there: understanding, expansion, and what was the last one?
I forgot because I'm on to and gentleness to thyself.
Yeah, I'm just in the receiving mode right now. And so what's really interesting is that in this time of great expansion, that we are in the space of things that trigger us. Okay.
Hmm.
And in the space of understanding the depth of what's triggering us, we move into, oh, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, why am I feeling that? Oh, 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 oh. And we get into a panic mode
Hmm.
of why am I being triggered by seeing this, or why am I being triggered by being in this space, or why am I being triggered by eating that, or whatever the smallest thing is, there's a trigger to it. I mean, and people often check it up as insecurities or sensitivities, or they just don't want to be bothered with it. And I can completely understand in how we are in that space of not wanting to be triggered anymore, because the past few years has been a lot for everyone. It's been this great expansion, and then just as equally this great contraction. And so in that, we have been stirred up, shaken up, poured out, and then poured back in to be shaken up, stirred up all over again. Yeah. But it's true. It's true. And so when we are in that space of really knowing what is happening, understanding, knowing what we are moving into, the overwhelming sensations can be a bit much for people.
Hmm.
And I can 100% sympathize and empathize
Hmm.
with everyone not wanting to feel what they're feeling and just wanting to be done with and just be over and just accelerate this process already. But sometimes, it's painful. It's like, I don't know, it's one thing that comes to my mind, which is, I don't know why it's coming to my mind, is like, you ever get like what it shave like a orange or a lemon, and you like do all the shavings and you think you're done and you're not done, and there's like more and more and more, and before you know, you probably cut yourself. I don't know where I'm going with that, but
To trigger me.
it's just in that divine space of us. Trigger you,
I'm gonna tell you
trigger
why in a
you,
second.
trigger
Finish.
me. No, but it's just us really understanding that in this process of us being triggered, it is us understanding that whatever triggers us no longer serves us.
Hmm.
And if you feel that it serves you, then find the path for it to serve you better.
Hmm.
Find a better relationship with it, and not the relationship that once existed, you know? Yeah.
So, no, I was laughing, you triggered me. So, I feel with triggers anymore, it's like you need to embrace them and become, because, triggers like part of your history almost, and a trigger is like bringing up something within you that a lot of us resist,
Yeah.
resist looking at, resist being. And now is the time to stop the resistance, because I've learned, here recently, what you truly resist is what you truly require.
Yeah. You know,
Into that. But my analogy, I wanted to tell my analogy for the
yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your lemon is what triggered me to remember.
Ah,
My analogy I've been talking about this week is like we are in this place right now of getting a brand new pair of jeans that doesn't quite fit yet. Why are you looking at me like that?
because you're talking about jeans. I'm trying to see how the lemon fits in.
Well, because it's an analogy.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
triggered me. Remember the analogy of the week. We're in, and when you get a brand new pair of jeans. Well, I don't know everybody out there, but some people you get a brand new jeans. It might not quite fit, like, but they look so good. Your butt looks so good in them that you have to fit into them, and you lay on. You try, and we're in that now. We're trying on that new pair of jeans, but it doesn't quite fit yet, and we're just waiting for them to stretch out till you get the perfect fit where they feel fabulous. But right now, everybody's in the midst of just like being uncomfortable with your new pair of jeans.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was my analogy.
And actually I'm glad you mentioned that because that triggered me with this thought because
Love it.
because this thought here is what I've been noticing about myself lately in the past month is like most people carry tension in their neck and shoulders, right?
Right.
And I've noticed myself that sometimes I sit like I'm like this, and I'm like, why am I sitting like this? I'm like, why don't I just relax? And I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. And then I'm like, oh, there it is again. So it's like this pattern. And I'm like, why am I holding tension and stressing this body when there's no need for it right now? Yeah, I know Cosmo's all in your face.
No, that's actually Daisy.
Oh, Daisy's in your
Which is
face.
unusual. She doesn't usually like I don't know what she's doing. So she wants to join in tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
And
some unusual
so
people.
what's interesting is that we're all going to be continuously triggered until we release what is being asked to be released or move what needs to be moved out of the system, transmute it, move it, whatever. And so as we move into this 2022 episode, this portal of energy, it's time to really understand that you're about to receive what you've been asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is, do you remember the truth of what you've been asking for? And how will this truth of what you've been asking for will show up? How will it show up?
Mm-hmm.
And so as this grand portal opens, and it's going to be open, I feel, for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, there's going to be a lot of misconceptions dissolved. A lot of the illusions will be shattered, and a lot of the newness. And when I say newness, I mean brand new things that have never been seen before will begin to be birthed.
Mm-hmm.
And it is all because of the truth of what you've been asking for. I know
Mm-hmm.
people say, well, what truth is this? I mean, well, we've been asking for peace on earth or heaven on earth. And we've been asking, to have, to be fully prosperous and to be super healthy and wealthy. We've been asking for X, Y, and Z as a collective. And so, as humanity, as a global collective, are we truly ready to receive that?
But we do live on heaven on earth.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the point of view that we've created to not be able to see the beauty and the truth of the heaven around us and the dream that we have created.
yeah,
And sometimes we forget that and we become so caught up in our judgments and our stubbornness and our everything else, we get caught up in our humanness And there's nothing wrong with the humanness, because that's why we chose to come here. That's why we're here, is for this human experience and human school. But, however, in saying that, it's time to, learn what we've learned. And oh, what do you want? She's joining in on this conversation. She put, if Daisy's up here, I'm telling everybody right now who's listening to this now, if Daisy has come and sat next to me and is putting her paw on me right now, she's going to help with a huge healing with some people tonight. I am just letting you know, because she does never do with me.
Yes,
She
Daisy is an amazing healer.
She's an
Daisy is
amazing healer, and
awesome.
she has her paw on me right now, which means she's really giving some people that have a lot of pain in their body going on right now. It's going to be coming out. So just to let you know, yeah, I just have to say that she doesn't usually get on camera, or she's never come in this room and sat next to me before. So she's just let me know. So
Yeah.
you want to say hi?
Um,
No, okay. But where was I? I lost my train of
I
thought,
don't
Jason.
know. I
I
forgot, but as you were saying that, I am being guided to express what happened to me yesterday. So, for those who know, I did my LEMUIRAN trauma healing event
Mhm.
yesterday on the Ascended Masters store, which is available for purchase for the replay. And I don't think the link is up, but you guys can find it. But anyway, and those who've worked with me know the process that I go through. And so there was a particular point of this process of healing this traumatic energy that we hold in our bodies. There was a point where I was connected to Mother Earth energy. Okay. And I'm going to speak this slowly and clearly so this way you all can understand and feel the energy of this, because this is important. And this is why I have to express this. So, in the part, and I want everyone to just take a moment here and just take a deep breath there. And at this point, where I was connected to the Mother Earth herself, connected to the root energy, the root chakra, which is the energy of survival, the energy of grounding, the energy of really facing who we are. And people seem to forget how much trauma our great mother has endured in her process of creating herself and in the cohabitation with us. Okay? She's older than most of us, or just as old. But what we seem to forget is the barrage of meteors, the birthing process that she had to endure for thousands of years before she was even able to create life herself. And in that process, we have neglected such a beautiful being on so many levels. We pollute her every day. We do things on this heavenly body, this great mother of ours, consistently, constantly. I'm guilty of it myself. No one is able to escape the guilt or shame behind this of what we have created, manifested in this cohabitation, because she provides for us daily. She gives us a shelter. She gives us food from the ground. She gives us water to drink. She even filters out the UVA and UVBs, the harmless energy from the sun. And she even provides us with the air to breathe. So just think about all that is done and how it relates to your own physical body,
Mhm.
and how it is done in unconditional love, and how it is done asking nothing, asking for nothing in return. and how that relates to your own body and how the cells in your body do what they do because they're programmed to, because it's
Mhm.
their job, it is their function. Just like the earth, it is her job, it is her function. And we are the radical cells running around just doing whatever we damn well please because this is a school that she has agreed to inhabit as we learn what we have come here to learn. So now it is time to honor that great energy that sustains us every day. The energy that comes from her, the energy that is with us, and the energy that is above. And so, with that, I give it to you. Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because it's it's like we're all like little Earths. We're all little mini Earths, like mini me's of Earth, if you break it right down. And I'm glad you brought that up on mini events. One of the things that came to me that really need to express around that is being a little mini Earth. We are connected to the Earth more than we know. And a lot of people that are and this are having pains in their bodies now, are holding on to things, are feeling different things with storms coming, with the solar flares coming. So much is happening right now with the tectonic plates that are moving under the earth as things are shifting and changing because she's about to go through a transformation too. And just remember that when you're feeling things to kind of, I've said this before, ask, we've got to remember that, we're our individual unit, that we move around. This is our body that we have, we've chosen to come into. But the truth is, we're the spirit in and connecting to. And right now we're learning to merge those two together to, work as a unified field, and so in that field, we're connected to everything else out there, and we bring that into our field and our beingness and who we are. So a lot of people, especially people that are very connected and very sensitive, forget when they might be experiencing something, a lot of times it's not even yours. And I've said this before, and you have to remember that. And sometimes we only look at, somebody else's energy, but a lot of times it's Mother Earth as well. We're connecting into the earth. I do this a lot. So um, always ask yourself when energy's coming in or you're feeling off, because I know navigating everything, and now we have also on top of it everything that's surfacing in the world around that, environmental stuff with Mother Earth herself, and her energy that's coming up just to move everything out, because you've got to remember she has been holding everything. She has been holding, what have people been doing forever? We ground into Mother Earth. So we've been throwing all of our excess toxins to her. We've been grounding into her and giving her all of our toxins. And that's from the land. People that
Literally and figuratively.
yes, yes, yes. So just remember that. And now is a time that all those toxins, she's had enough. She really has. And she can pluck us off like fleas like that if she really wants to, you know?
Yeah.
But, in saying that, it's time that, we've got to remember too that all those toxins are coming to the surface because she is rebirthing as we are as humanity and as a consciousness. So all that's coming up. That's why all this land clearing, then the grid and the 2-2 portals. So all that stuff's coming to the surface, and we here on the planet are picking all that up as well. So I guess what I'm saying around all this is be very gentle with yourselves right now going through this. Don't get yourself, if you feel energy, sit and be with it. Ask questions around it, where it's coming from. Is it yours? Can you change it? If you can change it, how can you change it? If not, then just release it and return it back to where it came from. But be very gentle. I can't say more, but also allow yourself to feel.
Yes, that's the very
Allow
important.
yourself, give yourself permission to feel what is coming up and not resist it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
because the more you can open to that space, the more you open up your heart to be able to receive the abundance, the magic, and just the, I'm just going to say, juiciness that the world truly has to offer. So that's what I have to say about that, Hillis.
Thank you so much. I
I
mean,
want to share with it in that. Can we back up for a second?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I got to show my stick.
Oh, yes. And this is what happens when you have Mother Earth working with you.
Well, and also two huskies. So, so, so right before the show, Cosmo, he's always taking things. He was, he was making this for us. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of a snake. Oh, you see the snake? And it was just to oh, I'm really hard. Do you see the snake? Anyhow, I just thought that was funny. But it was a reminder, we are shedding skin right now. And remembering who we are to set ourselves free. The more you can shed those old skins, the more you will be free. The more things will flow. The more all those pains in your body will be released out. And we have the ability to do that. We have just been so caught up in the attachments of everything that no longer serve us. We don't have to hold on anymore. So let the snake skin go. I love the comic relief with everything because
You
it is
know,
funny.
we have
Because
to have that.
you know something,
What?
the beings that be up there that were all like, "Oh, come to us," blah blah blah. They're sitting up there laughing their asses at us. I can see them sitting around right now. They laugh at us humans because they're those silly little humans, and how we make everything so difficult and have to hold on to the suffering and pain when we don't have to. We choose to. Anyhow,
No,
hold on.
you, because I was going to move into the spirit questions, but before I do that, because I know what we said, our commitment, but I have to express this, is that, you know, people say those humans, right?
Hmm.
But in actuality, we are just like them. We
Hmm.
are pure energy
Hmm.
expressed in the human body, but with the energy and the choice of amnesia that we choose to forget everything.
Hmm.
It kind of begs the question of, and I ask this all the time, who am I? If I'm not human and if I'm not this other species, and then if I'm not this pure positive energy, who am I? The answer to that question is everything.
Hmm.
You're everything. And
For
I
everything,
know that, huh?
for everything and nothing all at the same time.
Yeah, and that's kind of, with, and I'm not going to say each day, maybe every week or every month, I get a better understanding of that,
Hmm.
of really understanding the encompassing oneness that we hold in this container,
Hmm.
because, we had two amazing, beautiful, divine feminine energies on the show with us the other day,
Hmm.
Jennifer and Kendra,
Kendra.
and how they talked about, and for you guys can check, if you guys haven't seen it, just check out the most recent episode where they talk about the DNA activation and the 222 portal as well. And so I say that because what we often have done in the spiritual community, we've created these layers, right, of the higher self, the energy self, the mental self, all these versions of ourselves, right? Like we split ourselves up even more than what we need to. So for the time for us to split ourselves up is done. It's time to bring all of that together. And so I just say that now, as we are experiencing this heightened energy, is to bring yourself together, bring yourself back to wholeness, bring yourself back to oneness. Because as we do that, then we can ascend together as one instead of as individuals, because
Mhm.
we already are one. We just have to come back to that realization of it.
And this, yeah, and get rid of the separation, because there is no separation in the I am presence. And big lesson, big thing I've been challenged that I work on is staying in the now, and knowing that nothing happens next, but everything happens next.
Yeah,
But nothing happens next. So it's like staying in the now and the present and bringing yourself into that I am presence, because that right there will excel you faster than anything else, is
yeah,
staying in that presence. And because when you, and it is a huge challenge for me to come back to that point all the time. And but when I'm in that space, I know when I'm in that space, and it just flows when you're in that space, because you don't have the attachments, you don't have the expectations, you don't get stuck up in the energy that doesn't serve you, and stop your creation, because you're just in complete flow of where you need to go, with trust, surrender. Did you like that one?
yeah. I like it when things rhyme because I'm a poet at heart.
However, that's so important. So cosmic explorers out there, I invite you to practice staying in the now. I mean, one thing I always do, I'm here now, I'm doing this, and I'll just, what I'm doing in that, what experience I'm having in that moment, I'll just talk it out to myself to remind myself this is where I am now. I don't have to go, you know, dinner time or anywhere else and move anywhere, just staying present in now of where I'm going, and staying in that energy. It's so important right now, of to excel up to where we need to go.
Yeah, because as you do that, as you project out, you're not present, and so you create all this other unnecessary energy around it.
Hmm.
You know, which is why I understand why people like driving, because you have to be right there in that moment. You know, because
Driving's
if
very
you
good for me.
because if you're not there in that moment, something could happen. So yeah, but oh my dear, yay! I don't want to. I know you told us her name, but I don't want to butcher it. But I know Rebecca's good at remembering her name.
Siglenda, Siglende,
Yes,
Glenda,
because the E's are A's. I remember.
Glenda,
Salinde. Salinde.
Salinde.
Yes, Salinde came back to me. Hello, my dear, and thank you for always supporting us and being here and sharing this with your friends and family.
Thank you. And I want to go up. She had said something up earlier. I don't know what it was. Oh, learning to shed the attachments isn't easy when you don't know what triggering you is difficult. I like to address that question.
Yeah, go right ahead. I don't see it,
Um,
but you can put it up.
oh, okay. How do I do that? I hope you don't. Oh, there you go. And I think this is, I love this question. I love this statement question, whatever it really is. But, learning to shed the attachments isn't easy when you don't know what's triggering you is difficult. Um, you know, that's a yes and a no question for me, because I've learned through the work that I do, and where I've been, this is my own personal journey. I've gotten to the point that, you know, you feel the trigger in your body. You know when you're triggered around something. And it becomes very easy. It's like you just have to get into the energy around the trigger. You don't have to know the story or the attachment.
Yeah,
But once you can tap into the energy, I'm feeling this in my body right now, and hone into that, it will A, answer you, or B, you could just hone into it and just release it and just unwind it and ask your body, as I say, no more, no more. It's that simple, of
yeah,
just talking yourself back. What is, start, what is this? But you don't need to go back to the story of the attachment. It's just that emotional trigger. And that's the key, is the
yeah,
story is always going to be there no matter what. It's allowing that emotional response in your body to be released. And
yeah,
that's what we need to release.
yeah. And it brings to my mind something that Robin said. Uh, the show that's going to be coming up with the Spirited Rebirth Healthing team for next week. So that's going to be the next episode. But what Robin said about the emotions and how the emotions can tend to exist outside the body into the morphic field and beyond. And so the triggers are often outside of us. And as the triggers are often outside of us, we have to allow ourselves to step into that emotional space of that trigger that's on the outside of us. And then as we see that, we bring it in and we allow that to bother us. So if you're looking, continuing to look outside for the trigger because the trigger's outside, and
Hmm.
you have to bring that trigger inside to really understand to release it. And so sometimes it may not be emotional. Sometimes it can be, sometimes it may not be. So yeah, you just have to allow for that to move that energy. But yes. May I get a message?
So she said how to
Salinda.
Saglenda.
Yes.
Saglenda. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You go. Because I was
Okay.
doing, you already pulled a card.
Yeah, I put a card, but I'm tapping into her with the card's just a bonus here. So what I'm feeling right now, that you have had a lot of trauma in your past life, and that's kind of all coming to a surface right now. And outside things are really, as you say, triggering you right now. And it's time to open up and look at them and allow them to be, just like I said earlier, and the ebb and flow, and start really asking questions of who this belongs to, because I feel like you're picking up on a lot of stuff, and taking on, I feel a lot of worry in your shoulders right now, like you're worried about a lot of stuff, and you're taking on a lot of stuff from others that you don't have to. And that's where the ebb and flow of your emotional state roller coasters coming, because you're tapped in to everything going on in the world right now, and being in that, that's putting you on this emotional roller coaster. So just remember, a lot of that's another, that, you know, a lot of that is not yours and you're just taking it on. So do what you can to be in the present and now, and release that energy as soon as it comes in. Like if you start feeling off and you're fine one minute, next to the other, stop right there. If you can, whatever you're doing, breathe into it, allow it to speak, and send it back, release it, and know that it's not your energy. And I think once you can ground into that and get a handle of that emotional energy coming in, I feel it's all coming, the solar plexus. I think the still come, because it's just what's going on right now, but you can get a better handle on your emotional body, because right now I feel you're up leveling of learning how you receive information. What do you show me, citrine?
No, no, no. Keep talking. Just do
Oh,
your.
okay. Yeah, and you know, and it's also too about, right now you're in the middle of finding who you are, from being shut down so much younger, and coming into that and finding that balance within you so you can shine. And you need to have the confidence, and you really need to step into trusting what's being manifested through you. Because when you can stand in that space and trust, everything's going to start to flow for you. I feel like a lot of resistance right now, because there's a lot of resistance going on within, internally within you right now, of kind of navigating everything that's happening all at one time. That's been very, very overwhelming. So once again, gentleness, self-care, self-love, get outside and be creative, and allow yourself to express, and start to ask the question: A, is this honoring me? And B, what do I want to create today?
Yes.
And feel in the heart and allow that to be your guide. Okay, I kind of went on there, but there
No,
we
no,
go.
no. You're totally fine. You covered it all. I mean, everything that I was going to say and then some. So
I just
you,
tapped into you, Hillis. So just kind of to
yeah, no, that's totally fine. I mean, and I appreciate and honor that you did that. And so the crystal that I was holding up, I'll show it again.
it looked
Is
like citrine.
no, it's
That's
actually
your Andorra.
no. This is Himalayan gold azulite.
Oh, nice.
And
Angel.
so it really
Let's see that
connects
again.
to, huh? Oh.
Let me
So it connects to the gold ray energy. You see what it does when I hold it up? It
No,
has
I'm
to,
seeing all the beans in it. There's a huge bean inside of it. Okay, sorry.
yeah, exactly. It's it's the golden
My heart.
ray, one of the golden rays,
Gotcha.
and so that's to help with solar plex energy.
Mm.
Himalayan gold azulite. So yes. Um. So yeah, you said it all. Uh.
And I hope that resonated with you, my dear.
Yes.
And, also, once you can start to get a handle around that, because a lot of the things you're picking up, they're telling me right now that's coming through, is you are very connected to the weather, the solar flares, Mother Earth, to start to like track that in the moon cycles. So a lot of the pain that you're feeling in your body is just you picking up on the Earth's energies as well. So, um, salt baths and showers to help reset your energy would be very helpful for you.
Yes. 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 100% agree. I'm just
You can
gonna
handle
show.
that one.
I'll
What?
show. No, I'm gonna bounce back up to David. So I just want to acknowledge Facebook user. I am unsure who you are because you have to give StreamYard approval for them to access your information. So that way we can see you. And this was just to honor your presence in this
Hmm.
beautiful space. And so just allow them permission so we can honor you and being here with us.
Honoring her.
Yeah,
And thank
exactly.
you for opening to receive.
Yes, exactly. And so for Mr. Gregory, um, one of
It's
the,
Carrie.
I'm sorry.
It's Carrie.
Ah, okay. Oh, I should have known because of the Purple Heart. um, so Carrie, you have to make that your signature, so I know that it's you. So I know Purple Heart. But anyway. So for Mr. Gregory, what I hear for you, my friend,
Oh, shit.
is patience. Is that you have to really begin to exercise patience. And this is funny. And I can say this because I know you. All the classes and everything that you've done with me, you have to put into practice. Everything that you've learned with me, you have to put into practice now. You say, what's the point of doing all this stuff if you don't put it into practice? What's the point of sitting in this space if you don't put it into practice? Exercising your voice, exercising your power, exercising your restraint, exercising who you are, who you want to be. What's the point of doing all this work if you don't put it into practice? And so now it's the time for you to put it all into practice. To have the love of self, the patience, all these things that is meant for you. You have to allow it to come. But if you allow yourself to be so distracted by everything else, which you are, then you're not going to bring in what you truly want for yourself. So patience, my friend, and begin the work. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it now. You have a code, Rebecca? Or are you going to pass on this one?
Yeah, what the heck. Um, it very right it is. This is my husband, so that's why. So, dear David, um,
That sounds like a letter. I like that, dear
dear
David.
David, here's my message to you. Have gratitude for me. No, just kidding. Sorry, I couldn't resist. No, actually, the gratitude card did come up. That's why I said that. But I had to be silly because I'm in my silly mood now. So he knows. So, and just what I want to say, what's coming through. So I'm going to get serious, not serious, but I'm going to step into the energy now. It's just open up appreciation for what you have in the world and not getting so caught up. Just you said the patience of everything that's going on right now. To take the time to settle in, and be in that space of gratitude and love, and not so distracted by the outside forces that are pulling you, because you have an important message, you have important things to say, and it's time for you to step up to those so you can step into it, because you have a very important message to deliver. You're amazing speaker, and it's time to step up into that at a whole nother level and let go of some things you've been holding on to in the dense world. Even though you're in the dense world, you need to release and let go of that to move into the gratitude, to open up this space in order to allow your throat, your voice, your throat chakra to open up, to allow these messages to come through that will be beginning to come through to you as soon as you can let go and move into that.
Beautiful. I love that message.
There you go.
Thank you. I think is this Michelle, my dog, is a Chihuahua. Oh, that's so sweet and cute.
Oh, that's why no. That's why Daisy came up to me tonight.
Oh, well, she's gonna be sending him some energy, that's for
I
sure.
have both the Huskies to the left side of me tonight, and they don't usually come in this room when I'm on this call. So, yeah, that's the reason. I'm like, why is she here? So, thank you, Mickey. Yeah, let little baby Chihuahua know. Daisy is here to
Yeah.
assist.
And so Miss Indigo, her stepdad is ready to cross over, and yeah, more dogs and cats, right?
That's what I'm sorry.
So thank you for sharing that, Miss Indigo. And yes, I do believe there is a message for you. And first, I want to acknowledge, actually, Becky, Rebecca. I think you can take this one because I am in the midst of working with her and Miss Susie. And so I just want to acknowledge the work that you've done just in the one section we've done thus far, and the openings that have begun for you. So I'm so proud of you in allowing this opening to happen. And so just keep on the path. Be fearless in that energy. So yeah.
I'm just feeling in everything, trying to put all this that's coming through together. So, my dear, what I'm getting for you is this energy of it's time to you've been all over the place with a lot of things, and a lot of worry, and a lot of thinking of a lot of things of what should happen in your world, and this and that. And it's time to like hone that all in and bring that around. And my heart goes out to you right now with what you're going through right now with your father. And yeah, sorry, I just feel all these I can feel the cats and dogs. So I'm just kind of tapped into everything, but right now, my dear, it's time to focus on what is your priority. And you don't have to have yourself in so many pots. It's time to focus in on what is
Yeah.
the most important thing for you and your growth, and let everything else go away. I feel like I don't know if you were I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you need to let go of, and I'm talking like physical, like material stuff, that needs to be cleared out in order to step into some new stuff to open some space, um, and holding the space right now that you're holding right now. And I know that space where you are right now, so my heart is with you, sister, as you go through this. So I just want you to know that. And but yeah, I feel it, just once again, things are shifting and changing. There's just, I'm seeing right now, just kind of like you need to like categorize what's important and what's not important in your world right now. You don't have to take it all on. Just chunk it down to the most, just chunk it down to small little pieces, and take baby steps in order to bring together everything that's being created for you right now. And there's going to be a huge release, I feel, that's coming, of opening up to a whole new space and a whole new mindset around what you've been holding on to not allow what you truly desire to be created.
I love you. You're just in it tonight. I
I'm on.
love it.
I've been doing that work. I'm just spitfire tonight.
Yeah, you are. Thank you
Oh,
so
rocking
much.
it. Us
Yeah,
rocking
you
it tonight.
are. I think that might have been our last
No,
one.
no, no. You missed somebody.
Who
I
did I
thought.
miss?
I don't know. Let me see. Oh my god.
Um,
Oh wow. All of a sudden my light is blinking all crazy as soon as he steps out. What is that?
yes, I saw that. That
Oh,
was
that's
for
the chihuahua.
Mickey. Yeah, the Chihuahua.
My dog is a chihuahua. Oh, Seglinda. She's in so much pain. I need to address that.
Okay.
So, you are in pain right now. Everything's moving in, and I just want to say the transmission tonight really, feel into that during the transmission is what I want to say about that. And the second thing that you posted there, I know it sounds weird, but who am I bringing in, ETs or angels? It is not weird, first of all. to get that out of your head. There's nothing weird about it. Um, and you need to tap into that, but I'm getting both. But you need to discern that for yourself. Hillis, did you want to tap in on that? That's what's coming to me.
Well, this isn't just for her. This is for everyone.
Yes. And
Uh,
mostly everything we say is for everyone.
and so this message is that we have to now be able to discern what we want. We have to discern what it is that we're feeling. We have to discern for what we want. We have to move into the discerning and understanding of what we want now, because there's all this overwhelming of energy coming at us. So now we have to take the time to slow down
Hmm.
so we can understand what it is that we feel, understand what it is that we see, especially as some of us who are more aware and heightened as our abilities come online. And so you
Hmm.
really have to allow yourself the processing time to really feel into that. Yeah.
And she has put here, I feel weird talking about it. Who do I choose? You don't have to make a choice, sister.
No, you don't have to choose. I
It's
mean,
so
heck, I talk to everybody.
kind of, they're different realms and different, but everybody kind of works, it's just kind of energy. It's all energy.
Yeah, I mean, I talk to plants, I talk to animals, talk to ETs, talk to angels, talk to crystals.
I talk to everyone.
I mean, I talk to
Can I
everything.
tell the Cosmos story today?
What about the stick?
No, about the store.
Oh, yes.
I think
See,
it's a
okay,
great
wait.
story.
Let me
What?
set it up for you. Let me set it up for you. So, this is the kind of power when you truly step into your core self, when you allow yourself to be heard, when you allow yourself to be seen, and you resonate with the energy of yourself for who you are, Rebecka.
So I think I need to start a blog. The things I learned from Huskies. So today I've been taking, I have Cosmo, I have Daisy, and I've been taking the puppy out alone on his own little ventures so he can be his own socialization. And so I stopped at the store today to stop and get a bottle of water for him because I forgot it when I came home, when I left home. And as soon as I get out of the car, he starts to like scream. And if you ever heard Huskies, watch the videos, you know what I'm talking about. So the doors open to this store I was going in, and this sound like just comes piercing behind me. The energy flows through the whole entire store. Everybody in the store stopped and looked at me. And I'm like, it's just Husky Jama people. It's all okay. so, so then I go and get my water. Would you know? And he just put out, like, he was crying, Mama, don't leave me. I don't want to be left alone. And he said that through that whole place. I went and got in line. There was people in line that moved out of line to let me go in the front of the line and pay for my water so I could get back out to the car with him. So that is the magic and what we can create through the eyes of a little puppy. But
Yes.
they teach us because they don't hold on to attachments. That they, even though they get upset, but they stay in that place of unconditional love, and that's what animals are here for, is to teach us unconditional love, and we can learn so much. So anyhow, I just had to share that story because it was just my life
Yes.
with Huskies.
Exactly. Thank you. I mean, it's all learning experience. But now
Now
it's
what?
time for the tune up,
It
because it
is.
wouldn't be Friday night without the tune up.
Oh, it is. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's
Okay.
ready to get tuned up?
Woo-hoo. Somebody else has Huskies. Your girl
Yeah.
Alex has Huskies.
Yeah.
Love the Huskies.
I have my
Anyhow,
babies with
you got your
me.
babies. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, thank you for bringing those up, because going back to the book that we talked to earlier today, that's about the wisdom keepers, is talking to the rocks, talking to everything, that they hold all the ancient knowledge that's been locked in those. So thank you, Hillis, for they needed to speak tonight, allowing them to be such a part of the show tonight.
Oh, they're part of the show
Yeah,
every
I know, but
week.
you've been showing them a lot more tonight than normal.
Yeah, they are. But you know what?
They're an extra special part of the show tonight.
Yes, and this one too. He's super special.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, isn't that one like super duper? I wonder if you can see it on camera.
That's
With
Nandara.
yeah, yeah, you can't see it, but on the bottom here, there's a rainbow, but it's not bright
I
enough for
see
you.
it right here, the very bottom.
Yeah, like right in here,
I
there's a
see it.
rainbow in there. Yeah,
I see it.
yeah, yeah.
Awesomeness.
He's a special one. They're all special. But we're gonna transmute some stuff tonight.
Yes, we are. Oh my god.
So, so the energy that is going to be transmitted from us through us to you watching this now or later is in preparation for um, Tuesday, the portal.
That's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I've been prepping. I've been prepping already. And you guys, as we move into this, um, I'm not just talking about the tune up, but just the energy altogether. The next couple, just be gentle. That's all. That's be gentle and kind to yourself. And if you need to explode and scream, explode and scream. If it don't let the energy build up inside of you, that's all I'm saying. And however you choose to release that, release it. Screaming's great too. I love screaming. So anyhow,
Yeah.
are we ready? Anything else to say, Hillis, before we begin?
Uh, no.
For the tune up.
We need us to. So anyone who's watching who wants to give us a song,
Oh, do you want me to put on the duck song?
no,
Oh, okay.
no duck song.
I thought it was brilliant.
So anyone who's watching would like to give us a little jingle for our Friday night tune-ups.
You didn't like my jingle?
I like your
For
jingle.
the tune
I like that jingle.
up.
But I mean, hey, Rich, I gotta talk to Rich.
I can
Maybe
play my flute.
yeah, you can do the food, but it's too late now.
I know. Let's do this. See, the duck song is brilliant. Cracks me up. So I have to tell a story about ducks now. I know we're supposed to do tune up, but I have to tell this because I brought. Look at him. I'll be very fast. When I was in hypnotherapy school, we were doing our meditation in the middle of, and I had a quacking duck on my phone, and it went off in the middle of the meditation. Quack, quack, quack. Anyhow, it was really funny, so I needed to share that. Okay, you ready? We get off track sometimes. Things just come.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling all the energy that's about to come through, and this is how I get when I get in the energy. So you just gotta. This is me, people. So let's go. Don't say anything else, Hillis, or I'll get on another tangent. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna start this. I want everybody to take a deep breath in.
And as you do, connect to the energies of those who are watching now and later.
Put your hand on your heart for this. And I want to allow all the energies that you're holding inside your body to allow them to be transmuted here this evening. And in that space and love and heart, I want you to tap into the old, whatever you have through history that you know of, the shame, the guilt, the greed, and everything like humanity holds onto that's dear to your heart. Allow that to surface during this transmission so we could start to release all that energy from the planet so we can bring in more love. So here we go. Feel the golden light coming down on you now as the new rays are coming in. Feel the peace come over you, the joy, the love, the pain and suffering just melting away. For we no longer need to hold this space of pain and suffering. We open to a new of joy and grace, unconditional love, and raising our vibration to create a new world. And just put your hand on your heart and a hand on your stomach, sending out the love around the world to all those suffering to help them wake up. Because it's time to wake up and allow all the old to melt away. Oh, oh, look.
And as we allow these beautiful energies to integrate, as we allow for this divinity to integrate, it is time to remember who you are. It is time to understand who you are. It's time to understand the collective cohabitation with yourself, with others, with the earth, with all that are here, to evolve truly into the space of oneness beyond this time, beyond this date of this existing energy, of this portal energy as we rise through, as we rise up and onward into the dimensions of this new age, this age of togetherness, this age of cooperation, this age that has many names, but only one name is important, and that is the name of the one, the name that is the nameless, the one that cannot be named, because of the vastness of what we hold, the vastness in which we are created to and connected to. We are creators, we are teachers, we are students, we are masters, we are all these things. And let us not forget, not just of this lifetime, but the lifetimes preceded and the lifetimes to come. Though that everything that is happening, that has happened, will happen, and is happening now, will always happen now. So be present, dear ones. Be present as life will continue to unfold and change and sometimes even yield to the master in you. And with that, we are the one. Yeah,
That's it.
that's
It's a
it.
wrap.
I know, just like
I know I'm real like that. Whew, I'm just oof.
I just have to show this. I appreciate both of your wisdom and sharing with us. Thank you, Rebecca and Hillis. Thank you, everyone, for being in the chat. So, thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thank each one of you for supporting each other here in this chat and everybody who joins us. It's so much appreciated. And, we're all in this together. No one's alone. And just
Yeah,
remember that if you're feeling like you're alone or you're being weird or I've already talked about stepping into your weirdness. Oh, look at what I just did on the show. Okay. So, just be yourself and be who you are, because you'd be surprised that the people out there that are waking up and realizing who they are, they're in the same boat as you. So the more you can be true to yourself and the authentic self of who you are, the more you help open the eyes of others.
yes,
And we all have to do this together if we want to create a new world.
yes, 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 yes. And so, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for donating both your time and your energy and donating to the
Yes.
show to assist us to keep the show going. And stay tuned next week's episode where we have three amazing souls on with us, the Spirited Rebirth Healing team, and it is such going to be such an amazing show. So you guys got to tune in for that. And of course, next week, back here, same time, same channel, same day for the tune up. And until then,
What day is that? Friday?
yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
might be taking another journey. I'll tell you about that later.
okay. Well, I'll be here for Becca's not here. Uh, and
Here it
until
calls. I must go.
next time, everyone, keep exploring.
Keep exploring. Thank you all. Mwah.
And